Okay, welcome back everyone. Let me tell it right from the start. We have a huge announcement later and we will announce it after the break. And today, oh my god, my mother is calling.
Holy
Wait,
moly.
2 hours later.
Okay, so what we're going to do today is, I feel like this is a very special episode. So we are going to answer questions from our listeners. And there are a lot of questions in Instagram. And
We
some
got
of
that
them,
many listeners.
enough lah.
Oh, enough to ask Yuvaan questions. Hey,
And
you're
some of
famous for
them
Yuvaan.
DM'd also. Why are we famous lah? But not only me. Okay, then let's kickstart lah. Since I'm the one handling the Insta, I'll be the one asking the question. I'll try to go from very easy question to very hard question. Like you need to think,
Oh.
you need to rent a hotel room, you sit down and think that those kind of questions also got.
Really?
Mm.
Renting? Oh. Okay. Sounds very random.
First question.
Wow. Let's go.
Most memorable episode. I think
Most
I'll go
memorable
first lah.
Okay. The most memorable episode, I think 100% say the one with Siva. Because I was talking to my uncle the other day and he said, okay, so you've done so many episodes and I was just reflecting with some people that I know as well. They were asking, how long have you been doing this podcast thing? And suddenly it dawned on me that we started like last year and now we are basically in the middle of 2022.
It's
already.
almost 1 year lah, to be exact.
Yeah, so looking back, it's like, so time just flew like that. I mean, where did 1 year go?
It's funny how it took half a year just to start the podcast.
Yeah. Yeah, it came from an idea. And then, both like COVID, no one has got anyone to talk to. And you are in isolation. I'm in isolation. Matriculation. I did matriculation. You did another pre-U course before flying off to Korea, right? And then we couldn't go out. Horrible, yeah. I think that's what I miss the most, especially after exams and all. You don't get to talk to anyone, and then that's when you really realize that you're missing something.
Yeah, and when COVID, it's like downhill from there lah.
Exactly. So then to the question, why Siva was because I'm only following the amount of views that we have via YouTube at the moment, and when he joined us for that one episode, we had a 200% increase in our viewers, and then it's like a spike in the graph, and then it goes back down to normal. So that would be the first one, yeah, for sure. What about you?
Mine, think maybe not same lah. I feel like the one I love the most will be critique of teaching, because it's something that we've been doing since high school. Just that we made one episode officially out there. And I feel like even though it's 1 hour long, I feel like it's 1 hour of pure content right there. Like we really like reflected how it's like to be a student in Malaysia and what the teachers should do from our perspective.
Very raw opinions, isn't it?
Yeah.
I have to make a shout out to the previous episode we did with your sister. I mean, she's fantastic. So cool. I had a lot of fun.
She bought FIFA for me,
She bought FIFA for you.
Because that day's team got offer, then she bought for me.
My goodness. See, I told you got a fantastic sister, man.
Hey, yeah, I think she'll be happy when she listens to this episode. If she didn't listen, then I don't know what to say. Okay lah, up to the next one. This one, I think this person really hates me or what, I also don't know lah. It's directed right at me. Am I a nerd? I mean, the question is Yuvaan a nerd?
Headshot plus 100.
Okay lah, I mean, to be honest, I already saw this question before I start the episode. So what I did was...
Did you see it coming?
No lah.
You saw the question, but did you see it coming?
Nah. It was so sudden, out of nowhere.
Like that? Wonder who asked that question.
So the answer to the question is, first of all, who do we define as nerd? Don't say me, I'll slap you.
I wanted to ask, first of all, how do you define the word nerd?
Yeah, like
That's a better question.
if you go and ask Google, it says that what overly intellectual, introverted, lack of social skill and whatnot.
Uh-huh.
Introverted, yeah, lack of social skill, I'm developing on it. I mean, being introverted,
Uh-huh.
so I'm trying to be very extrovert nowadays. You can ask my friends in Korea, they'll be like, oh, you were really like very active in talking nowadays.
Ah.
But I don't know what I'm doing. I don't maybe podcast is helping me to improve my
Yeah,
social
yeah,
skills. I
that's
don't know.
part of it.
Hmm.
I guess that's part of it. Well, when I say nerd, right, the picture that comes to my mind is someone who's stuck to a book, and maybe you'll find the person in a library. I think not too far off from the word introverted. I think,
Yeah.
honestly, except the one difference that I would make between someone who's introverted versus a nerd would be
Mhm.
the nerd is the one that comes up with all those sci-fi ideas and and weirdo ideas that you're like, what's this guy talking about? Is
Okay,
he is he is he living in reality? You know what I mean?
weirdo ideas, I think I can relate because I've been
Uh,
getting the comment a lot also. I do have some very, very weird ideas sometimes, or even weird
well,
facts.
I'm yet to hear those though.
Yeah, lah, we talk in podcast only. Later lah, once I come. Oh, I cannot say it.
Oh my goodness, that
Almost
sounds
spit it out
dangerous.
at the.
Okay.
Okay, then from your perspective, am I a nerd?
Uh-huh.
Do I look
From
like a
my
nerd?
perspective,
Ah.
are you? I wouldn't say you are. No, I don't think you are. Yeah, but I would ask you. Are you the kind who likes to read books though? Just out of curiosity.
Actually, no. I mean, I like the idea of reading books, but I don't actually read books.
Uh-huh.
But I read a
Right.
lot because I feel like reading is very important.
Okay, so then what's your main source of knowledge then?
YouTube.
YouTube.
Mm.
It's a real thing, guys.
Because I think we discussed it in our learning to learn episode, right? Like my
Mhm.
style of studying is visual. I need to visualize stuff.
Right.
So when I'm using YouTube, that's literally a video. So it's
Mhm.
easier for me to understand and literally learn stuff. I mean,
Mhm.
what was I watching yesterday? So randomly, how Polish dogs are trained. And it's like 15
Right.
minutes video, then I was watching it.
Well, yeah, and it makes sense. You can sort of read a book on that as well. You know how
Yeah.
police dogs are trained. But then the funny thing is, there's a stigma. Oh, that guy is always on his screen versus that guy is always reading a book. Which sounds better?
The one that always reading books lah.
Yeah, but it's not. But they can be equal though. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's true as well. Different people living different life, but yeah lah.
Wow.
But books generally no lah. Maybe not books.
Right.
Because nowadays I'm very particular about my time management, even though I'm playing game most of the time.
Right.
But then
part of time management.
yeah, part of time
accommodate
management.
for it.
But yeah, I don't want to like take a lot of time to read a book or something lah.
I just want to point out, you can make lots of money by selling a book, especially books that are, that have good demand for it. Part of that reason is because people that is also because of the stigma, or because you read, that must mean you're smart, and so people go out of their way to get books, and then at the same time, people who are trying to earn a profit from the books, the authors, they also it's an industry as well, and then you try to compare that to a YouTube video where people who are equally smart basically did all the reading for you, and they summarize it for you as well. So I just find it interesting that there are two very relevant or rather what's the word, they've got so much to do with each other, watching videos,
a lot
and
of
also
similarities,
reading.
right?
A lot of similarities, but and both, you can make both into a crazy big business. You can make money off of YouTube and also off of books, but then the difference is there's a stigma with one, a bad stigma with one, or maybe that's changing, or maybe the stigma is there because you can also misuse it as well. Whereas
you mean the YouTube,
with the other one, YouTube, social media as a whole, I guess, I'm guessing, but there's no stigma with the other, or rather, it's a good impression.
It's a good stigma.
Yeah. So, what's your opinion on that? I guess.
I mean, you can also consider like comic books as books, right?
Yeah, you can, but Yeah, but then when people say he reads books, they generally don't mean comics. And then
Yeah.
when people refer to someone, and when people refer to someone who's reading comics, they go, oh,
Mhm.
he's off with his comics. He's off with his
Mhm.
comics. So
Yeah.
generally, you have there is a distinction that people
I
make
think
there
it
somehow for
depends on
some
the
reason.
genre as well. Lah. If the
I guess
person is
so.
reading like all romantic novels, then it's pretty much same like me. I watch all romantic movies also.
That's a good place to drop it. Fantastic stuff. Let's move on.
Okay, next question. This one of my close friends. I don't want to say his or her name, but the question is how to not be single.
How to not be single? Okay, I'm the wrong person to ask.
I
You're
mean, we
the
are the
right
wrong
person
person.
to ask.
We both
No,
are the
not
wrong
me.
person.
I'm the wrong person. You're the right person.
How to not be single. Advice from two single men out there.
But one formally dating or one formally taken.
Who, me?
Yeah,
Since when?
you were formally taken, as
no
in
one.
not formal, as in formal, informal, formal as in former. Formal as in former.
Oh my god, our English.
Oh, I'm messing my language up here.
Now only 20 episodes, Karen. We got
Oh
more.
my goodness. Formal. Okay.
But I got the best advice out there. Like, no one can potentially disagree with this advice.
What's
How to not be single. Find a partner.
you know we have the podcast not for stupid answers, right?
Okay, lah, let's be real. From your perspective, how do you think people go and find their partner nowadays?
I don't know. I'm simply not the right person to ask. I've got zero experience in this
Okay,
industry.
Okay, I mean, now that I'm in Korea and I'm in a university, like from what I see, how they get to have a girlfriend is that.
And also based on your experience, please.
Mm-hmm. My experience is quite invalid currently because I'm single now,
not?
sadly.
Yeah, but it happened though. Then we're looking for general advice.
Okay lah. Then I'll
could use
mix
it.
together all my wisdom and tell to this
there we
person. All you need to do is first go out and join in a lot of activities that potentially have the gender that you sexually attracted to. Obviously,
Okay.
like if you're in my shoes, then you know that I always go and play futsal. But then most of the time in the place that I'm playing futsal or football, the people that turn out there are mostly male. So there's no chance for me. And even if there's like one or few female out there, it's because they came to watch their boyfriends playing. Boyfriend playing. Not boyfriends.
Boyfriends play.
Okay lah. After that, just go and approach the person in a nice way, then go through. That's all I can say because honestly,
is this based on your own experience?
No, it's totally different because what we had back then, it's come on, let's be real. We were in the same class.
Because the way you put it sounds so straightforward.
Technically, that's what I did. But then you must know, we were in the same class last time, like 24/7. So there's like tons of chances that I have. Okay, but then when you come to like places like this, the effort that you need to put is too much compared to what I did back in high school. I'm literally exposing myself right there.
Have you seen people get away
in what terms?
Basically doing exactly what you said. Like basically approach the person and just go for it. I mean, have you seen
the person that is actually taking this advice must take it with a pinch of salt. Because again, I'm emphasizing that both of us are currently single. Okay, so this advice can be absolutely invalid.
Okay, so reluctantly I have to take you at your word. I don't know if you're lying or not. But fair enough. Well played.
But obviously the best thing will be like both of you have the mutual attraction and things go smoothly from there. That will be the best.
It depends how you should be able to go to an activity or something where like you said involves the gender that you're interested in, I guess.
Yeah.
So start there, but then two questions to that, and maybe you know the answer to that. How do you strike the balance between going to activities that distract you away from your studies, because in university that's a very important thing that you have to identify.
You want me to give me a rational advice or honest advice?
How much is too much? Your honest advice, I probably can guess what it will be, and that will be you probably never know. you might go to 5, and then at the end of the day, like 1 week before your exam, look back and go, that was a bad idea.
Yeah.
And then when you're doing it, you're like, do now, regret later, that kind of thing, which is what most people do actually.
That's the thing, I feel like university life is the time where you need to have the most fun as possible. At least, due to your age and the free time that you have in university, I feel like it's more than any period of your life. Like when you're young, you're being like under the monitoring of your parents, blah blah blah, and all the stuff, right? And you become adult. It's another story.
Even more free than how you would have been in primary or secondary school too.
Yes.
In fact.
Yeah, when you're seeing from the period of time that we're having right now. So like obviously you need to go and have fun.
It's an interesting period. Period in time. This.
But I don't know how these Koreans I'm just stereotyping Koreans by whatever lah. Like generally, just put generally to stereotype anything. Generally these people like they go and join all these activities, but then still like can score like super duper high marks in their exams, and I have no idea how they do that.
Right. Well, they've done something right, I guess.
Yeah, but then what my lecturer said to us last time was what they normally do is they play hard but they study hard. So when you got the opportunity, like just grab it, like just go all out in whatever you're doing.
I think in answering that thing, while I probably don't know much about it as well, if I were to guess, I think it's proper mental power. Like you've got positive, you're thinking positive, like I can do it, that sort of mindset. When you go, I've got so much of work, but I've used so much of time to go play. But then while half of the people may say, okay, it's too late, the other half might say, no, there's still time. And this is how it's supposed to be. It's normal for your age, blah, blah, blah. And you can reason your way out of it. So that would be my guess.
But then actually what drives me through it is the guilty feeling, if I'm being like brutally honest. It's like whenever I'm doing something else, I'll be in my head, I'll be like, oh my God, I'm not studying. Oh my God, the exams are near. Oh my God, I still got tons of work to do.
I wonder if that's in their minds as well.
Yeah lah. Should be, I
Can't
guess.
help but wondering.
Okay, then I think we should go for a break.
Good time to stop for a break.
Okay, time for the big announcement. The big announcement is that sadly, this is our last episode for season 1.
And you had me there for a moment.
But then why are we stopping currently, Karan?
Well, because all good things come to an end. Just like your time in Korea. You're coming back. Did you know you're coming back?
Oh, who?
You.
I know.
Just like the episode. Yeah, just like the episode is like ending, right? You're also coming back to Malaysia, like bye-bye Korea.
Yes, and then we will come back also.
Yeah. So like we're gonna have season 2, right?
Yep, for sure.
Oh, okay. Oh, so that means you're going back to Korea.
Yes, after the holidays I go back. Oh my God, so confusing.
There we go. He's just coming back for the holidays. That's all. So fear not. We still have season 2 on the way.
Yes. So I'm having my finals already in a few more weeks, and after that I'll be coming back to Malaysia, and during that time we won't be releasing any episodes, and that is why I feel like this is a very special episode, and we want to give back to the listeners by answering their questions.
Okay, so let's put in another phrase there. So all good things must come to an end. However, every cloud
has a gold lining.
Has a gold lining. We'll be back as big as clouds.
Okay lah. Before that, very very short story time. Last time me, Karan, and some of our friends like Siva also joined the idiom competition for our English club. Then there was this idiom that no one can potentially guess because it was so easy but then so hard at the same time. Then out of nowhere, Karan said, "Every cloud has a silver lining." Then we won.
And that turned out to be the idiom. That turned out to be the correct idiom. And the funniest thing about it was I answered 0 questions except for that one.
It's like you are like the super sub of the football team, You answered, then you got like the winner already.
Did we end up winning that?
I think we got first place. We ended up winning.
Fantastic stuff.
But then we were at the verge of losing because we don't know that idiom. Then we came. Boom. Okay,
good memories.
Then short story time. There you go.
Back to the
question. I hope
question.
the one can go into the reels. Let's see. Okay. This question. Let's go. You want to go a bit like mild question a bit, or you want the harder one? So
let's go mild first. I prefer your strategy. Just
okay. This one. Favorite movie in a bracket. Curious because Yuvaan is definitely a hopeless romantic. Ha 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 ha.
What was the last part again? What's in the bracket?
Curious because Yuvan is
Curious.
definitely a hopeless romantic.
So that means you've got to answer that first.
Let's be honest. I have a hard time of picking only one in anything. You ask me anything, I always got more than one options.
Right.
So to answer this person's question, I can't give you an accurate one, but in the hopeless romantic genre or generally romantic genre, I think Dear Rosie is the best movie ever. I can watch it all the time. All English movies. I'm not including other languages because
Sure.
not everyone will know. And then I don't know. I like Marvel movies also. But like Shang-Chi was quite nice, to be honest.
Yeah, Shang-Chi was fantastic.
Yeah, I don't know why, but no one believed that I teared when I watched Shang-Chi.
That you teared.
Yes, like
Yeah. Do you know what? That movie was actually rather emotional. Honestly.
yeah. Especially
Yeah.
the part where the dragon will see the little sister and I cannot very emotional.
Actually, I thought I was the only one. So
Okay, I got gang
I
finally.
thought something was wrong with me. It was a good movie then.
In the contrary, I feel like I really love romantic genre as well, especially the hopeless romantic. And I'm pretty sure this person that asked the question also really love hopeless romantic movies.
So wait, that's the name of a movie, Hopeless
No.
Romantic.
I mean, that's like the genre lah, technically. Like romantic is a genre, right? Romance.
Right,
But
yeah.
then hopeless romantic is like, a bit like,
It's like a subgenre, like a super genre, like super specialized
Yeah.
genre. Really?
mhm.
So basically, like it's always a bad ending
Mostly. But then,
because the name hopeless in front, with the word hopeless in front, right?
yeah, lah, but then it's very like special. I feel like hopeless romantic more like very special romance, like won't happen in real life, I would say.
Oh, so that means hopeless as in it won't happen in real life because it's too special. Like
I feel
hopeless
so.
as in no hope for it to actually happen.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Either way, right? Whether it's hopeless romantic as in it won't happen because it's too good, or it will happen because it's too bad.
Mhm.
Either way, if you look at it, hopeless romance, it's very connected to reality then in that case.
Yeah.
So what would mine be? I love action movies.
Yeah.
So
Top Gun, new one.
yeah, I'm gonna watch that tomorrow actually. But yeah, I haven't watched all the other Top Guns before, so yet I should change the before to yet. I might watch it sooner or later. I think the last movie that I watched I quite liked that was The Great Wall. That was by that was starring Matt Damon. He was the main guy. Have you heard of that?
Somehow I don't know the movie.
That was quite a hit in 2016, 2017, I think.
Let me Google very quick.
If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, good movie. Also like Shang-Chi based in China, and it's where these white guys, Westerners, go to China and
Like,
and
why
apparently and they're like a bunch of monsters trying to devour China. And so these guys help defend the Great Wall. It's like a mix of comedy and yeah, it's not dark at all, even though they're monsters, but it's like basically creatures. It's not like ghosts, sort of. It's not like supernatural stuff. So it's
something like cheap Elden Rings version lah.
I guess you could
Maybe
call
not
it
cheap,
that.
but I don't know lah. Because I feel like Elden Rings is like currently one of the top class RPG game right there. Just I don't have the money to buy it.
Get your sister to buy it.
I was going to say that.
No, that's an idea.
Next month.
Well, okay, yeah. So that's the movie that comes to mind at the moment.
Okay,
Favorite
The
movie,
Great
I
Wall.
don't mind.
And mine was
What was
actually
that?
let's just put it out there. There's this Hindi movie called Kabir Singh, which was made into initially it was another
Dubbed.
language. Yeah, like they
Right.
remake the movie in another language lah. But the original is in what? I think Telugu or Malayalam. I'm not exactly sure. I already forgot. But then I
really?
like the Hindi version the most.
You like the Hindi, so it wasn't originally in Hindi.
No.
Right. Okay. So fun fact: the language most spoken in India, or the language that they try to make the national language in India, would be Hindi. Did you know that?
And the national anthem is also in Hindi, right?
Yes. So while there are so many different languages within India, the language that is most encouraged to be used across the whole land would be Hindi.
Yeah.
Just like I believe Mandarin would be in China. I think that would be its equivalent.
And there are still Malaysians that think that all of Indians in Malaysia know Hindi somehow. I don't know why.
No, they think all Indians know Tamil for some reason, and then they think that people who speak Hindi are like in another country or something like that. I don't know. It's messed up. Their knowledge is a bit skewed. A lot of them. Read some books, fellows.
Or watch YouTube videos.
Yeah, or do that.
Okay lah, next question. Slowly getting harder already. What's like the ultimate turning point in you guys' life?
Wow.
The ultimate turning point in your life, Karen. Please say the moment you saw me.
Yeah, I think that was one. The moving from one school to another in secondary school, that was a big turning point.
And somehow I thought Karen was a bitch when I first saw him.
My goodness. Wow, I had no idea. Oh, this is new to me.
I mean, not
all right.
exactly okay, now I need to make it explicit. Fuck lah. Okay, nice.
Okay.
I wouldn't say bitch, you're more like, I don't know, you give me the atas vibe, like you very like bougie kind of vibes, and I hate when people give me those vibes. Obviously it's not true.
What vibe is that?
Like very bougie. Is that the word bougie?
I don't not familiar with the word.
Like I don't know, it gives me a vibe that you won't socialize with me. Like you won't get close with, like not my type. I see if I'm gonna marry you, but yeah.
So okay, fair enough. Well, it like I said, you're not entirely wrong. That was a big turning point anyway. Moving from one school to another, like new environment, especially moving from form 3 to form 4, where you get a bit more specialized into in terms of your career options. You sort of you're more narrowed when it comes to like what your future is going to look like. It's either going to be now engineering or medicine or something to do with the sciences, biomedicine, one of those things, because you've narrowed it down to science stream already. And so you had to get used to a lot of things, teachers teaching you less, because it's going to be more towards the way universities handle their students as well. And I liked how they gave us preferential treatment in school.
I had this enlightenment moment, like I would say last week, right? Don't you feel like what our bio teacher did, not mentioning her name, the one who shall not be
the one who shall not be named. She who shall not be named.
We don't know how to pronounce.
She coming out already.
They shall not be named. It's actually being normal, like a high school teacher. Just that some of the other teachers were doing too much than what they should do.
Spoon feeding.
Yeah.
Always called it that way, spoon feeding. However, well, maybe in our level, maybe she could have done a bit more, maybe not.
Yeah.
Still, I'm not sure, because while she was on par with all the lecturers, what differentiates a good lecturer from a bad one would be one that actually goes the further step and tries to not just read from the PowerPoint. That is at the end of the day what a good lecturer is. However, it's not
applicable in high school
or in university, when your university is not amongst the best in the world. To expect that of every lecturer, that also at the same time might not be that reasonable. That's my opinion.
Because at the end of the day, all of them are trying to like get their salary, right? Like that's the
main
point
a
of
living.
working.
That's
make a living.
Yeah, exactly. Completely agreed. So your turning point.
Oh shit, I haven't thought about it because I was asking you a lot of questions. Let's say my turning point. Should I say coming to Korea or another one? I feel like another one, because there was, even though another one is very cliche, it's my first breakup. Okay. My first official breakup.
That hits everyone. That hits everyone. So
okay.
Understandable.
Let's be real. What happened after that? Like, I changed a lot, to be honest. Like obviously, like self-love increased a lot. Like I started to work out a lot. I started to eat properly. I play a lot of football, play a lot of futsal, living life, drinking a lot of coffee.
So this was after that.
Yeah, after that.
You seem to be living your best life after that.
Somehow it's like you said, like every cloud has a silver lining. Like
yes, true.
I feel like it turns out to be positive in my case. But I hope people who are having like those periods like come out of the phase quickly lah.
You'll get through it. It's not the end.
Yeah, because the phase sucks a lot.
Yeah. Oh wow. Okay. Well, don't give me a bad image of that.
Yeah, we don't want to go there again.
Yeah. Okay. I guess you wouldn't wish it upon anyone then.
Yeah, that's for sure.
No. Okay. Right. Okay. Let's go on to the next question.
Okay.
We've got how many? 3 more left?
2 more actually.
Okay, 2 more. Good. Let's go for this quickly. We are running out of time.
A thing you regret in the past that you would rather erase or redirect it in another way.
Wow.
This person literally.
What is this person trying to do? Yeah.
This person, I think the person got triggered after I said just one question. And they're like, come on, keep that question. I order thinking skills.
I see why that is hard. Okay.
You've
got to do some proper thinking for that, man.
I told you, right? I told you in the initial, when we start the episode, you really need to think for this.
Oh my goodness.
But on top of your head, what's coming up? Like,
Right. I
immediately.
think I couldn't pin it down to a specific scene. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Because nothing comes to mind if I do it that way.
Mm-hmm.
But on principle, I think one thing that maybe I most regret doing would be the words that you use, and maybe some actions that you use. Sometimes might be a bit too harsh or a bit too overboard.
Yeah.
When you put that in with the background, as into when you connect that to the particular scenario that you're facing. So what I wish I could do would be to better watch my words and not be that impulsive. That would be what because making decisions that you really feel like doing might not always be the best decision.
Yeah. Not the most
While in some
rational
cases
one.
it's warranted. Yeah, like you said, in many cases it's actually, upon hindsight, it doesn't turn out to be rational. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Very good answer. I like the answer.
Stonk.
So the way you would I mean, I'm just like summarizing it, right? So the way you would redirect it is watch what you're saying. Like
Yeah,
what goes out
and
from
watch
the mouth.
what you do as well.
Actions,
Yeah.
yeah. The thing that I regret in the past. What do I regret doing? Wow. Really hard, lah, Karan.
Okay, then you know what we can do? We can move on to the next question and then let you answer that last question at the end.
Nice. I
We
like
can
the
do that
idea.
as well.
But generally saying lah, I don't really regret
Yeah.
what I'm doing. Because I'll be like, okay, next. But
There you
I'll
go.
try to come up with something. There should be
All
some.
right. Okay.
Okay, the last one. This one, I wouldn't say the hardest, but
Okay.
a bit on the funny side lah. But then
Right.
it did trigger my eye order thinking skills.
Okay. Oh, let's hear it.
The non-existent ones. Okay, I wanted to ask whether what you would prefer. You must choose one.
Okay.
Piss a marble or shit a bowling ball.
Say that again.
Piss a marble, like marble will come out in your urine.
Uh-huh.
Or you want to shit a bowling ball.
The first one for sure.
Piss a marble.
Yeah.
You don't want to shit a bowling ball.
No.
Okay, my answer is
You're gonna
opposite.
tear a lot of things.
I mean, let's not think from a very specific, like scientific way, right? I feel like I would choose shit a bowling ball. Maybe I'm the weirdo, I don't know. Because when
You
I
can
saw
do that on the person you hate. Go up to like a tall condo, right? Wait for the person to come by.
then you just
Okay, let's leave it there. I don't know why this question came the last. It's definitely not a hard one, I'll tell you that.
okay lah. But then when I first saw the question, the first question that popped up in my brain was, I think it depends. I feel like my answer is mainly influenced by my genitals, technically. Because from where I pee and because from where we pee is different
Right.
according to gender, right?
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Okay, that makes sense.
For me to have a freaking marble coming off from my penis, that's the scientific name for it, right? Never.
Okay, it sounds okay. Both sound painful to talk.
Yeah,
so let's just
it's
leave it.
obviously painful. Just choose which one is the less painful.
You owe all of us a question now, or rather than an answer to a very difficult question. Let's finish that off.
Yeah, I think if any one of our listeners want to answer, just comment bowling ball or marble. Good luck, guys.
So to answer the person's question to you,
oh, the one
something that you regret. Yes.
Okay, the one I regret. I would say I wanted to learn a lot more things back then when I was young, especially like start to like strength training or what. I mean, obviously the fact that I'm skinny is really like haunting me nowadays, and it's a bit sad to know that I still not improved yet. Because I had this vision in my mind that when I'm coming back to Malaysia, I would have been around like 70 kg or something, which is like mostly muscle mass, like look fit lah, easily.
So say that again. When you that was your goal when you that you were planning to weigh that much when you came back.
Yeah, 70 kg ish.
So is that achievable?
No,
because
I'm coming back in a few weeks, and I'm still about 50 ish.
I haven't seen you, sorry. So
no, I'm still the same, no difference.
Okay.
If anything,
So
I'm getting worse from what I was
Can that
last
change
year.
then?
Obviously, I can change. Just I need to take care of how I'm eating, like what I'm eating, the quantity.
Really,
and
muscle
then
mass can make that big of a difference.
difference as in what, like the mass.
Yeah, add on something like 20 kilos.
I think possible as far as I know. I
Wow.
mean, maybe not pure muscle is 20 kg lah, but then generally you're getting like the main
Right.
goal is to get bigger, at least go to the range of weight, right?
Yes,
Not
yes.
being underweight.
I
all the
hear
time.
people who actually like work out a lot. They have big appetite, so maybe that goes in as well. Because you're using more energy, so it makes sense that you will demand a bit more as well, right?
Yeah, but then obviously I feel like if I'm eating with a calorie, what's the word? Calorie deficit is eating less than the calorie you need. I should increase my calorie intake to put it easily. more than
Right,
what
yeah.
I eat,
Yes,
what I
yes,
need,
sure.
so that
Mhm.
I have more calorie in my body,
Yeah.
and then I work out properly, then I'll gradually increase. Like
That
in a
makes a
rough
lot of
picture, that
sense.
would be that lah. But obviously, I've not achieved it, which is a bit
Okay,
sad.
makes a lot of sense. Well, that's a good place to leave to leave it, and we've come to the end of our 20th episode. Thanks for joining us. Thanks so much for being with us throughout season 1. We'll catch you in season 2. Wishing all of you a very pleasant day, and don't forget to join us for season 2. We have a lot of interviews coming your way. Thank you. Bye-bye.
And don't forget to comment marble or bowling ball. And thank you, Karan, for coming along in this crazy idea and a journey.
Been an absolute pleasure. Yeah. Okay. Fantastic. Likewise. It's been amazing. 20 episodes just like that. Who
20,
would
my
have thought?
God.
Yeah. Fantastic.